Okay, so we're going to talk about Kahoot today, and it's really kind of a hot topic lately. And basically, all it is you create quizzes or surveys, and kids can respond to them. You do it as a group together. They can respond to them via their phone, their iPad, their laptop, their desktop computer, whatever their devices. That's what's kind of nice because it works with all different devices. When I was testing this out, I went to test it out. I used my cell phone, and it worked just fine to do that. So just a couple things too as you're coming in. Here, Erin, I got a half sheet for you. Yep. As you're getting kind of logged in and stuff, I just want to talk about a few things. This half sheet that I'm handing out to you is also in the technology training folder of yours in your Google Docs. It's labeled Kahoot. How convenient, right? So it's there for you, and that might be easier to go to that document and click on the links in that document in your Google Docs rather than trying to type in all those that address for the YouTube videos and stuff. That YouTube video is really great. She goes through and goes through all the details of how to create a Kahoot and then how to go about using one of those. Just a couple things too. Once you create a Kahoot, there's two distinctions. When you create a Kahoot, if you notice, number one, it's teachers go to. Notice it's getkahoot.com. That's the place that you go to as the teacher to create your quizzes. Now the students, though, if you notice, they go down below, they go to kahootit.com. Okay, so know that that's the difference, that there's two websites there. So Get Kahoot is you, Kahoot It is them. Okay, and what's really nice about this too is once you have the results, you can download those into an Excel spreadsheet as well. And so you can get the test results right there and see those. So I think it'd be fun if we go ahead and try one. I would like for all of you to give me just a second. I already created one, and so I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to show you the teacher site. So if you look up here, and I'll tell you what we're going to have you do in just a second. I'm going to log in so you can kind of see the teacher side of it.
Which screen's not up?
Oh, thank you. I'm just logging in anyway. It's nothing exciting yet, folks. Okay. So I am at getkahoot.com, okay, because I'm the teacher, and I'm logging in, and I'll wait till that comes up here in just a second, and I'll show you where we're going to go. I'm going to have you do a Kahoot as a student first, and then we'll go into the teacher side and create them. And it's so fast and easy. That's what's great about it. And really easy for kids to get on, even the little ones, because all they're typing is kahoot.it. That's all they type in to get to their site. So if you notice, this is the teacher side of it. So I'm going to go up here to where it says My Kahoots, because I created some already. And I've got a holiday trivia one for you. So if I want to go and do this one, then I click play. And this is what happens. And this screen comes up, and you would share this with on your projector. And I'm going to go ahead and click launch. And what it's telling you then is that on your tablets, cell phones, whatever, right now too on your computers, go ahead and go to KahootIt. Just go to KahootIt. You don't have to do .com or anything. Type in KahootIt. And I'm going to do it on my cell phone too, just so you can kind of see. I'm just opening up my web browser, and I'm going to KahootIt. And what's nice is that's the website that everybody goes to every time, okay? But the thing that changes every time with their quizzes is the game pin. And I'm going to turn the sound up too, because this has audio too. You can have it with music or not. Okay, so if you're at KahootIt, you probably have a screen that looks like this too, where it's asking for a game pin, correct?
Do you log in, or what do you do here?
You're at KahootIt. Do you see this number here, this 35780? That's the game pin. Go ahead and type that in. 35780. You're at KaHoot it. And then click enter. Now, this next part, you can see that someone already said that their dog in here. That's one thing you might want to do with your kids, especially if you're going to take their grades after this, is you want them to type in their name. They can do their first initial, last name, first name, whatever. But otherwise, you're going to get kids that say dog like this. And you let them know that whatever they type in, the whole class is going to see. So if everybody else types in their name like they're supposed to, and you didn't, it's going to be pretty obvious who was following the directions and who wasn't. Okay? Now, at the high school level, because they're a little more stinkers than the little kids, I would probably go around and see that they've typed it in before they type join game. Like, so if I type in my nickname, my actual nickname is MJ, so I'm going to be MJ. But I would make sure that it's all there before they press join. So you're double checking that they're not being stinker butts. So then click join game. And if you notice, then they're coming up as soon as and it's just that fast, you can see them. And so if everybody's in, is everybody in right now? Where do you see that? Oh, I didn't know you could do that. We just learned something. I just learned something new. That's awesome. So whoever was dog, I just kicked you out. Tee-hee. But you can go ahead and sign in again. Put in that number and then sign in again. I'm guessing it's Howard. Now click enter. Click enter, Howard.
It put me back to the beginning.
It did. You could have said worse things.
Yeah, this is true. They certainly could. And as soon as you enter, Howard, I'll start it then.
Can we only log in with this
There we
pin
go.
when you've activated it? Like we couldn't go home and try
Nope.
3570.
Nope, this
It's a
is
one-time
this is a
deal.
one-time
What if
thing.
they're absent the day that you give the quiz?
They're gonna have to do it, come in and see you, or maybe do the quiz a different route. This is more of on-the-fly formative assessment. Did you get what we're talking about type of stuff? Okay, so now let's go ahead. I'm gonna hit start now, and notice that on your device, a couple things. All right, the first question is, which country is eggnog said to be? Now, on your window, you're going to notice that you have the color. That's what you see here. The words that they are. You want to vote. I'm not going to vote yet. One vote. So now this is the vote, okay? It shows that the right answer was number 2, which is England. It shows that most of you are not very up on that information. If I had an image, I could also have an image there too. So like if, for instance, if I have a graph or a chart or something, I can bring it back up and do a reteach here, okay? So now I can click next. And what's cool about this too, that especially the little kids get really excited, is there's a leaderboard.
That's cool.
And so right now, Mr. Howard is doing pretty well.
That's because
How did he get
I
more?
was faster than you.
He was faster.
Oh, you have to say hi.
But you get more points the faster you answer too. You can modify all that stuff. You don't have to do it that way either, but they find it's pretty motivating. So here's the next one, folks. In the Christmas song Jingle Bells, how many horses pulled the sleigh? Answer is 1. So again, we are having some issues that maybe we should revisit some Christmas stuff. So now Erin has now taken the lead with MJ very close at her heels. It's supposed to be fun. That's good. Next. In which year did the U.S. Postal Service first issue $1962? Most of us guessed that one. Very good.
I thought so too.
Let's see if the leaderboard has changed. Oh!
That's not where you shouldn't get to play 'cause you won't get
Yeah, but it's my game, so I am. Okay, the next one. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a red nose, but did he Yes, he did. Wow, we were split almost half and half on that one. Yes,
Just because
he
we had
did.
to answer quick, we couldn't think.
That's right. And so again, that MJ, she's a smart one. Okay, and then I can click next, and there's one more here too. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. It's right is the correct answer. Most of you got that. That's good. And again, Carla is very close to MJ, which she is right now pretty much unstoppable. So now that is the end of the quiz, but you notice that each time I could have ended the quiz now here. So if I needed to go back and change something, I could have ended it now, but I'm going to click end here. And this is telling again who had the most points, how many I had correct and incorrect, and now feedback and results. All of you can decide if you liked it. Did you learn something? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Would you recommend it? And how do you feel? And see, again, it's automatically pulling in your results. Now, if you look again, most of you said that you did learn something, you would recommend it, and you said it was fun. So then the final results, I can then go ahead and say download results right here, and it saves it as an Excel spreadsheet. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to click OK there, and it should pop up. It's very motivating. So now what's great about this is all of the students are there. Their incorrect and correct answers, their scores, what they answered as well. You notice that I can look at, well, obviously we have some red areas, some areas that we need to address because we didn't do so good, some reteaching things. Or if it's, you know, if they're all green, even if you use this as an introduction to a lesson, if they've got it, then why spend time on it type of thing. So, and then you can go on. So great formative assessments for this. This is, again, to check their understanding. Where are you now? All right. They had suggestions that you could use math with this, as we said, because you can upload pictures to this as well. So like Sarah, like art, you know, examples of artists' work. You could have, if they're doing a quiz of whose artwork is this, math things. If there's problems up there, they could, you know, try and solve it on a pencil paper, then answer, you know, and send that in too. There's just so many different options. And again, I think this is kind of fun for all ages. I mean, truly, I could see this be high school and all the way down to kindergarten, really. And who doesn't like to change things up a little bit from the normal paper pencil quiz? You know, this is a lot of fun. And I could see everybody getting excited about it. A great way to use your interactive boards too. You know, that you can project these and kids are interacting with this and stuff too. So that's what it feels like on the student side of Kahoot. Fun, right? It's even that much fun on the teacher side. I know you're surprised. But let me go ahead then and say, I'm going to go play again, and then no, I'm going to go.
So you can't play that again?
I could, yes. I can play it over and over again. So once you have that quiz, it's nice. So now I'm going to go to getkahoot.com. Remember, that's the teacher side of it. here you're going to want to click Get My Free Account, and you can go ahead and click that and go ahead and sign up. GetKahoot.com. Remember, teachers go to GetKahoot.com. Kids always go to Kahoot it. And then they type in that number. And that's how fast and easy it is. I mean, that's what's nice is they always go to that same website, Kahoot it, and they just type in those numbers. So it's not anything big, you know, extravagant to measure. You can do this really quickly on the fly. I'm going to go ahead and sign in while you guys are signing up.
What should we put for username? Our email or, oh no, that works.
Okay. Now wait just a second or two while you're doing that. As I said too, the YouTube video that I included on that half sheet in in your folder has a great YouTube video that goes through all the steps that we're going to go through ourselves here, okay? Okay, so are you guys ready to kind of create one together? Okay, so as you can see that there's 3 different types of Kahoots you can create. What we did was a quiz. You can do a discussion. I haven't tried that one yet, or survey. But let's just stick with quiz for now. So go ahead and click quiz. You have to give the quiz a name. And then click go.
Can you edit your quiz after you've created it?
Yes, you can go back in.
Add more questions?
Yes. Yep. So then question 1, so you go ahead and type in your question.
How do you add a picture?
Right there where it says browse, you can click that and pull in a picture. Let me, I'll pull one in. Let's see if I can find one here. I should have a STEM one somewhere.
Where do we put the answer? Oh, here's one here.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let me pull in this picture. What STEM skill of program
Oh, you can have more than one be correct. How many?
Yeah. Okay. So again, you can
give points to it, or does it automatically give you points?
you can determine, it's like points question. You can decide if there's points assigned to it or no points assigned to it. That's up to you.
But it doesn't give you a place
No.
to put in the number of points.
And then notice that it says video is experimental. You can put in video that they watch and ask questions about that. Now, that I have not tried yet. And again, it says experimental, so it's not quite ready to go just yet, but it might, you might want to take a look at that. Kidwind. All right, I'm going to do, and then make sure you mark which one's correct by just clicking the box. Do you see this up here, guys? If I click the one that's correct, that changes it from incorrect to correct. Then at the bottom, it says there's a delete question, add a question, or duplicate. I'm going to click add a question so I'm ready for my next one. Okay, and just as simple as that, you're just typing in your questions and your answers. And then when you're finished, then you click Save and Continue. Delete that one. I'm just going to click Save and Continue. You can change the number of seconds that you want to allow for them to answer to. So if it is a math problem or something that you want to allow for more time, you can change that time. Or you can make it quicker too. Maybe if you're doing math facts and you want them to know them really quick. It kind of goes through and tells you what your quiz looks like. And notice right here, Howard 2, I can click edit and get right back in it too, if I decide to, right there. Because this is, I said I was save and continue. And I can always go back into it as well. I'm gonna click save and continue again. I can decide if I want it public. Look, I can also change this to a different language as well, which is going to be important if we want to, you know, if we're getting ready for some Spanish speaking students that come in. You can give a description, talk about your primary audience here, which would be school. And I believe you have to do a description too. And it can be something very simple. The tags would be if you want somebody to be able to search for them. You could put tags that would be searchable to the ones that you're finding. But they're not going to really find a whole lot of these on their own. They're going to do yours. Notice up at the top here, it says public KaHoots. There's over 866,000 already created. So that would be something for you to go through and browse theirs already, because they probably have something that might work for what you're doing already.
Do you want it set as private or public?
I'm just leaving mine as public for right now. You can also give your quiz a cover image. You don't have to. Again, all that's up to you. And then mine is done. I can preview it. I can edit it here again, or I can play it right now. So there's always opportunities for me to go back in and edit any of those. Like for instance, if I go up to my KaHoots right now, the ones I've created, I can go in and I can edit any of them, go back in and edit them. There's an edit button that I can go in.
Okay, so this isn't showing my KaHoots, it just says 0 here.
Did you
after I
create a KaHoot?
Yeah, I did save and continue, so it doesn't show.
You're not
up
done
right.
yet. You have to hit another save and continue.
Oh, this one?
You have to set save it. No, you have to set that description and all that stuff yet. We weren't quite done yet.
Oh,
Not quite done yet. You can also share your quiz with each other. So like if you're in a team and maybe you work it out with your 5th grade group that, hey, I'm going to do chapters 1 and 2 if you do 3 and 4. And then you could share the quiz with each other, the quizzes, and that way you would have each other's too that you could do that you've created.
How do I get rid of this thing?
Yep, where it says share.
How do I get rid of this thing so I can get to my question? I've chosen a file and it's apparently in there, but I just want to get back that to my question.
Your question's right above where it says question 1.
Oh, that's where I write it?
Yes. And then
How
your
about this
answers
so I
are
can-
down below.
How do I get so I can see what the picture is that I put in there?
Probably not until it's done. So you really can't assign this necessarily for homework, but during class to check for understanding, you certainly could. Okay, I'm going to stop our video here because that's pretty much about it. I think